Yeah.
Come in for our very first episode of Red Wave Unfiltered. I am your co-host, ClerPatriot, and
I'm also your co-host, MagaMeg, and I hope you're holding on to your butt cheeks.
we are very excited for our first episode, and we hope you all are excited too. I see a lot of our friends in the chat right now. We can see your comments. I think that we are ready to get into this. We wanted to kind of touch on the fact that, we came from the other side. So we have a few videos to show you guys, reaction videos are kind of our thing. But
Big time.
yes. Did you want to add anything before we
Nope, we're just gonna go through these clips and we're gonna ride this wave together.
and then we're going to discuss. We're going to discuss. I do want to add that there are super chats on YouTube and Rumble, and make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if things are not as smooth as they could be, this is our first episode. Just give us a little bit of grace.
Just a little bit.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with our first one.
Here we go.
Everyone's liberal until something happens to make you grow the fuck up. This is why these leftists in Minnesota are acting like children. They're lacking the maturity to understand what they're doing, what they're fighting for, what the stakes actually are. People really don't have the defining moment that makes them fucking liberal. You're liberal, and then you realize, like, oh, we have a responsibility to our nation, to our people, to our culture. This is why they're acting so insane and so savagely, is because they're still immature. They're still acting like children. See, this is the problem.
So I really wanted to touch on that because I do feel like we have had such an influx of conservatives that have joined the movement in the last several years. And I do think that's a big part of it, that they have just grown up and realized, hey, I'm not a liberal. What do you think?
There's so many things that have happened. When he said there's that moment that makes you wake up and realize, oh my goodness, I need to open my eyes and try to be a grown-up. But these people, I just can't.
Yes, and we're seeing so many, if you think of it, the white liberal woman is just to me, the image is a single woman that maybe has some cats. It sounds like such a cliche, but it is.
No.
They don't have anybody to take care of. They don't have any responsibilities. And it's just, I don't understand the logic behind it. But then again, when I didn't have kids, I came from that side thinking that that's who I was, when in reality, I was pretty conservative the whole time. And maybe I was just a little bit selfish.
That is exactly what I was gonna say. They're selfish. That's the big thing, is they are so self-absorbed and so caught up in their pronouns and feelings that they're blind to the truth, the facts, what's really happening, why we have ICE, who they're going after. They just refuse to see that.
Yeah, like today I don't know if the people in the chat saw or if you saw, but there was a video that came out and ICE was there he was being antagonized. They were blowing their whistles, acting a fool, and the ICE agent actually rolls down the window and says, "I am picking up somebody that is an abuser of children.
I
Like, let
saw
me do my
that.
job." Yeah, and then they just kept going.
I was so mad because I was at that birthday party and I was like, I want to make a video. That's one of those videos that you see that you're like, I got to make a video with that because it's the truth. And the left is impeding them trying to take down child predators and just the worst of the worst.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's absolutely ridiculous. It is. And that mindset, I feel like, is just so selfish. They are so worried about their TDS that they're like, "Oh, whatever. How do we know what you're really doing?" It's not your job to know, but it is the fact that he went out of his way to let you know what he was doing and you still didn't care says a lot. Oh, we got a super
oh,
chat.
super chat.
Nom.
Oh, there it is. Did you guys see the idiots at the church? No. What?
I did, yes. So I actually made a video on at all platforms about that. So what happened, Meg? There were two separate incidents, but one of them was Don Lemon was in a church with a bunch of agitators while because apparently the pastor was somebody that was supporting ICE, or they suspected him of this. So they go into this church and start screaming at him, which, by the way, I'm pretty sure goes against constitutional rights, because you have the right to assembly and the First Amendment right to, you know, your religion. So, Don Lemon, what are you doing, buddy? Don Lemon,
Yeah,
what are you doing? And then there was the second video where they're outside of the church screaming at them. But comments, Meg.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go find those videos because I did not see that. That's atrocious.
Yeah, it
I
was
mean,
absolutely atrocious.
let's see. I thought it was. Oh, super chat.
Aw, Kyle, thank you.
Kyle.
I would put it on.
Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Yeah, we don't know how to do that yet, but we'll get there.
Oh, you're the best, Kyle. Yeah, so that whole situation, the first video I saw this morning was him outside of the church, yelling at people going in with children, and that made me mad. But then the second video, I'm like, are we going to start attacking Christians? Like, is that what's starting to happen? Because that seems like the logical next step for them, doesn't it? Seems
I
like it
fe-
tracks.
I feel like there is no line anymore. Like they are so far over the line. They don't even know what the line is anymore. They're just so unhinged and so crazy. It's you have to laugh at it, except when they bring children into it. Taking babies to ICE protests, knowing what's happening at those protests. If you're doing that, I think you're a piece of. I'm sorry. This isn't my life. Never mind.
Yeah, and I feel like they're doing that to prove a point as well. There is no line they will not cross at this point. And that right there kind of confuses me, because that is not the single nobody to care for white liberal woman. That is a white liberal woman with a child. Like, that's worse. That's so much worse.
So much worse. I think
But
back to when I was one of them, and it was nothing like it is now. And so when people ask me about my conversion and, they want me to tell them about when I was a lefty, I wasn't that kind of lefty. I wasn't taking my kid into dangerous situations. I don't know why they're doing that to prove a point, but no.
I was never ever like, I feel like a lot of it too is that things have shifted in a way, because I consider myself a moderate Republican. But even, my kids, when they were younger, I was more moving towards the conservative party and Republican party, even though I was not fully all the way on board yet, like I am today. I
Right.
still was never like, I'm going to take my kids to a drag show. I have a toddler. I'm going to take them. Like, what are you
Yeah.
doing? I would never take them to a protest. Like, Pride
No.
Parade. No, thank you. Like,
No, those are grown up things. And if my son grows up and wants to do that, wants to go to those things, that is his prerogative.
yeah.
But as long as he is in my house and he's my child, no.
Yep,
No.
I agree. Do you want to move on? Let's move on to this next one, because this
Oh.
is prime example of a liberal that just has not grown up. And I think that's a theme tonight. So let's try to add it to the stage.
My favorite.
Did it work? Oh, okay.
Here we go.
You to come into my home. Once you come in, you will never leave again. And that's a promise.
Can we just appreciate the 80s music that's happening?
Like, did he I think it's electrical tape that he wrapped around his.
You know when you're making a video and you go to pick a song, that man first of all filmed himself doing that, and then is like picks this song and is like, this looks tough.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for adding it back. Yes, this man made this video, was like, yeah, I look tough. And then replayed it, because everybody replays it. It has to cut it a little bit and
Yeah.
put it on the internet.
It's just, I wish I could talk to him and ask him, why that song? If you're wanting to act like you're this big bad, you gonna come in my house, you ain't ever leaving. But you pick an 80s commercial song. I don't know why I'm hung up on that.
It's hilarious. Like the whole thing, when I saw it, I was gonna do a reaction video, but I'm like, I have to save this for.
I know. And it's so funny because it's like this dude probably has never been in a confrontation in his life.
Guarantee it. And he's probably living in his mom's basement or something similar. Like, I just imagine all of these because they don't work, it seems. Like, how do they? I don't understand how they're supporting themselves if they're not being paid to protest because they are literally always out at these events or making videos. And I guarantee you, these short videos, they're not making money on them. So, like, what's the other explanation?
Exactly. Did you see? I saw that. I'm sure you did because a lot of the big conservatives touched on it. The video where they flat out say they're paid to be there.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like they're just not even hiding anymore. They're just throwing it all out there.
Again, that Somali fraud money.
Oh my god. I'm just so ready for some action. You know, how much are we going to let them do before there's some kind of action? I don't know.
He said he needs to hook up some jumper cakes.
You know, when you said he lives in his mom's basement, I was like, I bet that's his mom's earring in his nose. It kind of looks like one my grandma had. the turquoise, you know what I'm saying?
My thing too is why are they always making videos trying to get other people to do it? Like,
Right? Like that one video of that crazy loony lefty with the purple hair, it was from last year where it was when they were all going through that thing where we want it to happen, you know? And she's like, isn't there anybody that's with a terminal illness that wants to do it? And I'm like, you're trying to recruit cancer patients to do it? That's
like, come on. And all of the videos I've seen recently, they're like, somebody else to do it. I'm like, you're still gonna get a knock on your door. There's still, are you trying to, because if you're out here trying to make other people do it, that's not any better. Like,
yeah. And then don't come crying on the internet if you lose your job for saying
yeah.
atrocious stuff on the internet. The consequences, hello.
Yeah, and I think so what I've noticed recently is there's so much misinformation. These people have no idea what federal agents, how they go about being hired, and the standards for becoming a federal agent. And on top of that, what rights federal agents have. It astounds me that they will get on the internet and say, I'm going to go to their house or release their private information
Oh
thinking
my
that they're
goodness.
allowed to do this.
Thinking that that's okay at all is despicable to me. I don't care how I feel about somebody. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, they do say somebody said they say they aren't real police. They say that, yeah. And I think some of the videos I saw, one earlier was saying that if they came to this person's house, that they had the right to defend themselves. And I'm like, you don't have a two-way rights against federal agents. Like, what are we
No.
doing?
And here's the thing, I will admit when I don't know things.
Yeah,
And it's real easy to look it up and read, but they don't want to do that. They want to just take in what the TV is telling them and then regurgitate it and tear shit up and tell us we're wrong. And I just
it's
don't get it.
absolutely ridiculous. It gets exhausting. Um, Especially when I will get comments and they will say something that is completely not accurate. And then I will respond. I'll be like, why didn't you look this up? Or this is, and they're like, I don't want to do that. I'm like,
No.
what?
Like,
What are you talking about?
and then if I post something and I find out later that it's false, like you probably remember, I think it was like a week ago, there was that picture of Renee. I thought that was real. So I made a video all hot about it, pissed off. And then I messaged you because I was getting comments that it was fake. And you were like, oh, yeah, that's AI. And I took it down. But there's people like Harry Sisson that will throw out false, harmful misinformation with their whole chest. I don't understand how people can do that.
Yeah.
How you don't have guilt, you know?
I don't understand it either. But you know what's crazy is Anthony Court made a video about Dean Withers because he was defending. Did you see it?
I
Did you guys all
did.
see it in the chat? So Anthony Court made a video about Dean because he was literally defending a man, illegal, that was unalived in a prison or holding facility. But dude had a horrible rap sheet, like was abusing
Horrible.
children. And, Dean said he pulled over his car to make a video. He was so upset he didn't include that. Anthony Court called him out, and then he took the video down.
I know. When I saw that's probably one of Anthony's greatest videos of all time. When I saw that, I was like, "Yes, brother!" And then he made a follow-up video where Dean took the video down, and I'm like, "Yes, victory, my dude." That's why we do it, baby. I'm just kidding.
Something popping up. But yeah, let me move on to this crazy liberal.
Oh yeah,
More crazy liberals.
the options are endless.
Just to
Right.
make it to where you can't be an agent if you've committed domestic abuse. I think the quickest way to abolish ICE would be just to make it to where you can't be an ICE agent if you've committed domestic abuse.
Okay, wait. Claire, I'm gonna need you to explain this one to me. What are they saying here?
Do you want to play it again?
No, I heard what they said, but are they saying?
So
I know that
is
it's
saying that federal agents shouldn't be allowed to be hired if they have committed domestic abuse. This goes back to my statement that they are so uneducated. But like they say these things with their whole chest, getting on the internet saying, well, that would fix the problem. The problem is that that's already a thing. They cannot have a firearm if they are convicted of things like that. They cannot get a job as a federal agent. It's an automatic disqualifier. Yet you're
Exactly.
being like they don't do any research.
No, because I bet you that person got on his phone and he's like, what can I say? It's just rage bait is what it is. Let me get on here and bring up domestic violence with ICE. That'll get 1 million views. Ugh.
That's what it is. They want to get the views, and I think there's this expectation on the left that it doesn't matter how true it is as long as somebody says it. So that, like them saying that Trump is guilty of all these horrible things, yet there's no proof of it. Somebody said it. Somebody
Yeah.
said it. That's all that matters. Like, no.
No, and that's like Harry Sisson's MO. Just because I say it, that makes it the truth. I hope I get to meet him one day, Claire.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. I love it. I would just go up and be like, Harry Sisson, I love you. And then take a picture and then get right next to him and be like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't hurt him, but I would just maybe be like, what is wrong with him?
Yeah, I grab him by the face and be like,
Child.
yeah, I'll take my swatter and just give him the whooping his mother should have gave him a long time ago.
Oh my gosh.
My husband, it's so funny, the other night, and he's not really big on social media. MagaMeg he's at work more than he's home. And the other night we're watching something and he's like, Harry Sisson is what happens when you don't whoop your kids. And I about peed my pants. I was just funny coming from him. I didn't even know he knew who Harry was.
Everybody does because of the Biden era. Because even if they weren't big on social media, he just made such an impact on people. Everybody just is like, ugh.
I know. I don't understand how he has, what does he have, 2 million now? He had 1 million for forever. How that many people can like his whole thing.
So I think some of it is fake engagement, to be honest, but that's another thing we should touch on. We go after Harry because there are a lot of young people. And prime example, the girl we just played the video of, she clearly has listened to one of these liberal influencers and, taken their word for it. If we don't address what they're saying, then they just go uncontested and they already have the following. And on top of that, they have the engagement they're being helped.
Oh,
So
no, yeah.
everybody's going to see it.
Harry is TikTok's golden blue boy. Everything that we go through. It reminds me of the blue sausage, blue and gold. Anyway, TikTok takes care of him. It's infuriating whenever you are preaching the truth, but you're being censored. And then here comes this little boy who's not preaching the truth at all, but he gets, anyway.
He gets prime time, like full.
Yeah.
Within minutes, he has thousands of views. That's the same thing with most of them. And, we're just fighting for a spot. Like I got, we've got 200, almost 200,000 followers. I'm getting 3,000 views on TikTok. But then there's them that just get to say whatever, do whatever, and get all the engagement in the world. It's great.
I know. And I always get, because, you can't say certain words. So I'll do the like cutesy TikTok slang that we've all made over the years for those words, and I'll get comments like, don't say pew pew, just say the word. And I'm like, I can't.
We literally want people to see our video, so we would prefer not to.
I have to use the slang.
Some people just do it, but I feel like it depends on if you've just done it from the beginning of your account, because if one of us that hasn't starts doing it, then they start flagging our.
They flag that shit immediately. By the way, I just want to point out, if you don't know this about ClerPatriot, she loves Coke Zero. I saw it pop up in the screen. I had to point it out.
I am like literally obsessed with Coke Zero. I truly am.
Oh, the Hey TV.
My comments disappeared. There we go.
Someone said, I didn't even know he existed until I started following you guys. That's makes me happy.
Yeah. Probably for the best.
And
but I think that's like why we continue. Like, I don't like to go after Jolly, but I did the other day because, like, bro.
I let y'all take care of him. I see y'all do him all the time, so I don't do him really. I just focus on Harry. And this is another thing we talked about the other day. People saying, oh, just ignore him. He'll go away. Stop giving him attention. Obviously, that doesn't work. So we have, like Claire said, we have to combat his bullshit with the truth.
And I think a good way for us not to put money in his pocket or help his videos is not commenting on them and not tagging these people, but using their video is just, it's not gonna give them any engagement as long as people aren't like, oh, I'm going to talk to him.
And then
don't do that though. Don't go talk to him. It's worthless.
For reals. And then you get the people that like when you don't tag Harry, they're like, oh, you scared? Really? I'm more scared of my husband's big toe than I am of Harry Sisson. All right. You have to see that thing.
Conservative Reese just said Coke is better than Pepsi. I agree. Everybody team Coke. Conservative Reese is the best. We're going to have her on our show sometime.
Absolutely. Let me tell you something. I have not had dark pop since I was 15.
Are you serious?
Yep. So when I was in high school, I was a band nerd, super nerdy. I'm sure y'all didn't know that. But anyway, and I was dating the football player, like the hot jock, the king of the school. He cheated on me the whole time, by the way. Found out later.
What a turd.
Yeah. But I've just always been a nerd. That's my tribe. I lost my train of thought, I'm not going to lie. So if you knew where I was going, you could help, but I don't. The train just drove right off the tracks.
So another thing I wanted to talk about is, so did you think that last night was going to be the night that Donald Trump was finally going to enact the Insurrection Act because of everything that happened yesterday?
Girl, I think, I don't know. I go back and forth because I don't know if he's actually going to do it. But they keep pushing and pushing, and they're pushing it to where he's going to have to do it.
Yeah, now they're in churches. Like, I keep thinking it can't possibly get any worse, and then they get worse.
No,
and
watch tomorrow. They're going to go into daycares yelling at babies, I bet.
Oh my gosh, tomorrow is Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I wonder what they have planned for tomorrow.
You know what I need to do? I do this every Martin Luther King Day, and I'm sure you know where I'm going. I bring back that clip of Biden saying, you know where I'm going? Yeah. Or he's like, George Floyd's death was so much bigger. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was more memorable than, and I just can't.
To do it.
I wish we had that clip. That would have been perfect. But anyway, Y'all know what I mean.
We got Megan Eleanor in the house too. Oh,
my-
all of our friends.
So she's my name twin, and I'm also secretly in love with her. Don't
She's
tell her.
amazing. She really is.
She's so just like you're both so freaking beautiful. You're almost superhuman. You're so beautiful. And then you're hella smart and badass, and you have the confidence and the grit to put yourself out there and use your voice every day. I just think y'all are warriors.
You're a warrior too. I'm gonna convince you of it.
One day, maybe. SK,
So
is it soda or pop?
Is it soda or pop? Everybody answer. I'm gonna wait and see what everybody else says.
I think I know what you're gonna say because you're from up north, but I'm gonna go. It's pop where I live.
I say soda.
I knew it. I knew you said soda. But
Yep,
we're
see,
getting
soda's in the house.
we're getting
This is
so
totally all about politics.
I know, right? We are talking about the issues. Soda pop.
Oh, I did want to talk about something. So there's a couple rumors going around on Blue Sky because I go over there and I cosplay as a blue-haired liberal with hairy armpits.
I live for this character. Yes.
I had to be like oddly specific. So a couple of their rumors is that they are going door to door and they are harassing American citizens, but yet nobody has any proof of it. And like, I just know that this is going to be the biggest trend for them. And the videos we see this week is they were in my neighborhood, and like
they were at my door.
And then there's another trend. They're saying that there are no more ICE agents. Nobody wants to be an ICE agent. And, everybody is afraid of the job and everybody's quitting because of their morals, which I have a video to show because I was like, this is going to be the next trend. And then I found this video and I'm like, these people, they seriously get on this app and spread so many lies to each other, totally like eat it all up and then go out into the world and spread it.
Yep. They eat the bullshit, they make the bullshit, then they spread the okay, I'm sorry, I'm saying that word too many times. I don't know, but I know.
I don't know, but I know. Did you see that Charlie Kirk was a time traveler?
Oh my goodness, I did hear about this and I'm wondering how?
She used to have Candace used to have posts on if you went against her on X, you would get absolutely like eaten alive, and I just did it on a daily basis. But now the times have changed.
I think back to just a year ago this time. What happened? What happened?
It said Chris News shared this stream. Thank you, Chris News. I
Thank
appreciate that.
you.
But yeah, let's talk about this lady before we get and then we can just ramble.
Oh yeah. I love to ramble.
They're
I do
fucking
too. It's
scared.
great.
Do not let up, okay? And they're passing around internal documents right now with DHS that are telling ICE agents to ask if they know anyone who wants to volunteer, because they can't get enough people who want to go out in the field because they're too fucking scared. They were giving these people like $30,000 signing bonuses. And now they're asking for volunteers. Yeah. Don't take your fucking boot off their fucking neck. These bitches, these scared ass little bitches, they're fucking scared. They don't want to be out there in the streets with us. We're dangerous.
Okay, there we go.
Oh
I
my
don't know
God.
what I'm doing here.
Hang on, I friggin'
Oh, there we go. So I just have one thing to say to her. Let me see your face. It'll be fun.
I got my lashes done, Claire. Dang it.
This is the insanity. This is exactly why these people, like, legit, they just come up with BS and then they spread it and everybody believes it.
Yes. And
22
when
officers. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. 22 officers in Minneapolis resigned. 18 of them turned around and joined. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly. And they literally have a wait list for ICE right now. Like, can we discuss how much BS was just in her statement? Like, there was a hiring surge. I have notes. January 3rd, DHS announced that a historic recruitment campaign resulted in hiring more than 12,000 new officers and employees in less than a year. You know what probably helps that? Minnesota, them needing more agents, it's really working in their favor.
I
Honestly.
know.
But
Oh my
yes,
goodness.
so they've had a 120% increase in the workforce, with many new officers deployed to support arrests, investigations, and removals. So she's saying there's these leaked documents, yet what I love is they never show proof of it and
Mm.
then go ahead and say it like it's a fact.
Yeah,
Are
like
you
if
going to?
are you gonna show your new ringtone? Oh, I made a video right like 5 minutes before we went live. I wish I would have gotten this video before we went live. It's this song somebody made about Tim Walls, and I want it to be my ringtone, Claire. It is. I peed when I saw it. I'll send it to you after this. It's so funny.
It's hilarious.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, what gets me is the more these people resist in these blue states and say that ICE is the problem when it's only happening in blue states, shocker. The more agents get hired, the longer the wait list gets, the more police officers are leaving Minneapolis's force to go join ICE. They're making this worse on themselves, and then they're lying to themselves saying that nobody wants to join ICE.
Yeah,
Listen, guys.
this is just like the polls that said Kamala was demolishing Trump. We didn't really
Exactly.
see that either, but they said it was theirs.
They are asking for informants and assets, not volunteers. Exactly.
Right.
And I love
Word.
how they have to spin everything. The septum rings are impregnated with the stupidity drug.
I just want to know why is hers up there? Like
He's
I'm
got like this thing done.
just
I
want
don't
to
know.
yank her around by it, you know? That would
I
be
think
hard to pluck your. Anyway, that's where
I
my
feel
mind
like
went.
the first step to insanity is putting a giant hole in your face. What do
Yeah,
you think?
right in the front of your face. It has to be the front of your face too. Yeah.
That's
Somebody
why
in the comments. Oh no. I bet she is. Listen. I'm not going to sit here and I don't have back hair. I'm just kidding. Let's
I
see.
mean, you
This
never know anymore if they really are women or if they're men. I don't know.
Hey, as I can't remember if it was Nom or Patriot who said it the other night. Look at the hands, people. Always look to the hands.
That is true. That video of the he she
I
that lost an eye.
had no idea that was a trans person until that podcast. I was like, oh wow, that is a man.
So let me try to do this super chat. Oh, I did it. I put it on the
Oh!
screen. I can turn any clip into a ringtone. No kiss required.
Oh, please message me after this. I am so serious. And Claire,
That
when
is so cool.
you hear this song, you're gonna want it too. Let's see.
That is hilarious. Just start trolling people with your phone.
Actually, my
Your
ringtone.
injuries now and the prognosis. Will you be blind in that eye for life?
From what I've heard the doctors say and everyone else, yes, I will be blind for life. They said my globe was ruptured. I had
And
Let's
look at the
yeah,
hand.
you can't deny that.
I kind of had a feeling though, because just like
The
the
voice.
voice. Yeah.
Here's my thing. Am I a
Like,
bad person because I do not feel 1 ounce of guilt for him, her, it? Like, you did that to yourself.
Don't either. And like any of them that want to put themselves in this situation. I remember when the video first came out, before we knew about this incident being, we didn't know that the whole eye story. I remember the video coming out, and in parts of the video, they were throwing traffic cones at the agents. They were charging at them. So, are you trying to say that you're innocent? It's like people that are saying they got detained. They're like, I got detained. And I'm like, what did you do?
Yeah, no, please don't just walk up and detain you for nothing.
They'll act like they're innocent though.
I
Like that
can't.
she's got this whole vibe in the video, like they did this to me for no reason.
I was just standing there. Like, Oh my goodness. But it goes back to the very first clip we showed. These are children. These people aren't adults. They are physically grown up, but in their head and in their soul, they are still stunted.
Yeah, they are. And I feel like some of it might be, which I do sympathize with a little bit of, is trauma. I feel like these people have so much unresolved trauma that they need to work through. But again, that's not my problem. You know what I
No,
mean? Like, I can sympathize that something has happened to you. I cannot sympathize with the fact that you have done nothing to address it.
and let's be real, this also goes in with our histories of being on that side before and having things happen to us in our lives. I have trauma, but I don't try to burn the world or be a professional victim because of it. No, I try to, what I'm doing here with you, I'm trying to grow. I'm trying to become something and make this country great. That's what I want to do.
And we have the midterms coming up, so it's a good time. It's going to
And I
be a
know
good time. This is going to be all of our year.
this is it.
We're going to take the midterms and we're going to sit here and it's going to be huge.
Huge. Oh my god! Right before we came on here, I was playing around with my camera and I found this video. My son has been sneaking in here and like doing his own little podcast, like recording himself. I found a video of him pretending he's Trump. He's like, and all you liberals go home and cry. And I was like, that's my boy.
Then to upload the picture of Trump flipping somebody off, I was like, we should just like randomly, we'll have to keep that on standby because after all of these people are acted a fool in videos, we can just put that on the screen.
The way that made Patriot Dad and Nom laugh, giggle, that gave me so much joy. He was like, we got to play it again. We got to play it again. He just loved it so much.
It was hilarious, though. I do want to say, I was told I need to remember this, that I need to remind all of you guys, if you like this podcast, please subscribe. I know it's our first one. We're going to get way better at this. But also, there are super chats on YouTube and whatever they call it on Rumble.
Yeah, it's not super chats over there. It's something different.
We're really bad with that side of things. We're going to get better, I promise.
Yeah. And I got to say, though, our plan whenever we first talked about doing this, like we're going to get on the phone an hour before, we're going to go over everything. And then today I'm like, I got to go here. I got to go here. And we just texted throughout the day, like, okay, we're going to do this and this. And so, yeah, bear with us.
Rumble rants. Thank you, Trisha. You are a lifesaver. I'll try to remember that. I feel like I have to take notes. You get over 40 and you can't remember anything.
She looks like she's 25 though.
Oh,
one of these days oh, never mind. I'll tell you that after we get off of here. Let's see, please. Oh, thank you, Free Market.
I know. I really appreciate everybody that has come and been down in the chats. If there's any video or image you want, ask Dime. He'll find it and get it up. Was there any ones that you want? Do you
that video of that we were talking that ICE agent that stopped and rolled his window down? I would love to show that because I saw that today at the birthday party and I'm like, oh, I'm not home to film. But people need to see that video.
Yeah. Or the church too, if anybody hasn't seen it.
Yeah.
Because it seems like some people haven't seen it.
We're here to arrest a child sex offender. And you guys are out here honking.
No, we're pressing. We're not
that
honking.
vehicle right there is honking and impeding our investigations while we're trying to arrest a child sex offender. That's who you guys are protecting. Insane. That's what we're doing.
Why are they always on the side of the child predators?
Did you see recently there was a troll that goes on everybody's posts and says that we are pedo protectors. And then it turned out that he was, in fact, one of them. P3DOs, yeah.
I had that. I don't know if it was that specific person, but I had that happen today on our podcast announcement. Somebody commented that specifically. I just blocked them. I'm like,
yeah, because I literally lately I've been saying prove it. But
Yeah.
here's the thing, they can't prove that, but we can prove so many instances like that video. Drop it in the comments and be like, "Hey, explain this, justify this." If somebody has done something like that, they don't deserve any rights. They don't deserve for you to
No.
stand outside and warn them that there's ice outside, because that's what they're doing. They're using their whistles and warning them so they can get away. So you want them to get away for what?
You want a child predator to get away and be loose in the streets where he'd be able to hurt more children. How they don't understand this blows my mind. Hi, Marv.
Thank you. Thank you, Marv. You are
Thank
so awesome. You
you.
guys have all been so supportive. That is exactly right there. That is a sentiment. If they wouldn't
Yep.
get in the way and prevent, we voted for this.
That's
Like,
exactly.
if they say they want to protect democracy. No, you
Democracy.
don't. You're
Even
just having
though,
a hissy fit because you didn't get your way.
here's the thing too, they can't even define democracy, and they don't even know a quarter of the Constitution. And just find that so hilarious. So uneducated, but you know so much.
They say they have the Dean Withers video. We should watch that because he
Please.
wiped it from the internet. So we should make sure everybody sees
Yeah.
it.
We got 400 and something people here. We can show them. That, I have to say, everybody watching, you need to go watch Anthony Court's reaction to this. It is one of the great
to make this video because fucking everyone needs to hear this. A man died in an ICE detention center on January 3rd. His name is Geraldo Lunos Campos. And the detainee that was in the same cell as Geraldo has been saying that he saw Geraldo strangled to death by the ICE guards after asking for his medication. And tonight, a medical examiner determined that it was likely homicide from asphyxiation.
That person that I had to pull over the vehicle because I was so upset. Dude, what is it with you people?
Oh my goodness. You know how earlier when we made a joke about how our kids like suck the life force? It's just a joke. These people, the Beta Boy Brigade, Chris, Harry, Dash, all of those, Aaron, God, Aaron, they suck the life force out of me, man. Like,
so what really happened? Okay, for those of you that don't
Oh, yeah.
know, the man that he pulled over his car for, from what I've gathered was, so you know what happens to people that hurt children when they go to prison or any sort of, they're detained, they're in a
Yeah.
holding place. Yeah,
They get extra
that
attention.
they get extra attention, which, I mean, I think personally that they should all, when they go in, that should be like announced. But anyways, besides the point, that happened to that man because people found out who he was and what he had done. And then Dean Withers got on the internet saying that it was atrocious that this man had been unalived in one of these holding facilities.
Yeah.
Prison
can't.
justice took care of him. Exactly. But Dean
Yes.
Withers, you want to defend that? Because didn't he, a few months ago, there was that controversy where he convinced some dad to, or he tried to change the words around to make it seem like the dad was saying he supported things like that?
Yeah, I remember that. I was watching that as that was going down, and I remember that. That was
Ooh,
despicable.
thank you, SK.
SK, and thank you, Nam, for producing. You're
Yes,
doing
Nam
amazing.
has been amazing. You guys don't see him, but he is here.
He's here. You can't see him, but I can see him. He's down there.
Yes, he deleted the video after Anthony Court made a video and was like, bro, what are you doing?
Oh,
What are you doing with your life?
Chef's kiss, Anthony. If you see this, so proud to know you, dude. That was awesome.
Soldier's Girl says that's why.
So, yeah. Guys standing up now saying, get out of our church. Screaming. They're trying to calm him down. So I don't know if this is what they deem as successful or not. But anyways, I'm not going to get in the middle of it because I'm not here as an activist. I'm here as a journalist. So,
I don't understand. Is
Don't understand
anything
either.
sacred anymore? Like, that's the house of God, and
It's absolutely unacceptable. So imagine this. Say there was some Muslims that were in support of mass deportations.
okay.
Do you think that these people would show up to their place of worship and do this? Do you think that would happen?
Oh, absolutely not. No, Muslims are their favorite, by the way.
Yes. So, but like Christians,
Oh, they
that's
hate us.
okay. But like, why is there the double standard? You know what I mean? Like, it's so messed up. It is not okay.
It's not. And, it makes me think of that story in the Bible when they were like desecrating the temple and using the temple for worldly things. And Jesus came in and just like shut that shit down. What the liberals worry me with that, because, God is coming back and all
Yeah.
of this crazy crap scares me. Like, stop. You're going to make God come back.
That though.
Tone it down. I'm not ready to go back yet. Like, okay,
Like,
who
we
am I
have to
kidding?
fight the evil first.
I have to make Harry cry once before I go. That's my goal in life.
About the video of Don Lemon asking the pastor questions in folder 2. It's bad. Wow. I would love to see that. I have not seen that, SK. I will live react to that
Yeah, I haven't seen that either.
if Nom wants to do the pleasure.
Nom.
I mean, this is unacceptable. It's shameful. It's shameful to interrupt a public gathering of Christians in worship.
but there were folks who will.
I have to take care of my flock.
Okay, but listen, we live in there's a constitution in the First Amendment to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble and protest.
We're here to worship. We're here to worship Jesus because that's the hope of these cities. That's the hope of the world is Jesus Christ.
I want to be very respectful. Please don't push me though.
We're here to worship Jesus. Yes. That's why we're here. Yes. Okay, that's why we're here. Okay. That's what we're about.
Don't you think Jesus would be understanding
we're about
and love these folks?
We're about spreading the love of Jesus.
But did you try to talk to them as a Christian?
No one is willing to talk.
Okay.
I have to take care of my church and my family, so I asked that you actually would also leave this building.
You don't want us to chronicle what happened?
Unless you're here to worship.
I'm always worship. I'm a Christian.
We're here to worship. Yeah. We're here to worship. Okay.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
That makes me so sad. I really want to hug that pastor.
And he says, Don Lemon says, we have a First Amendment right to protest and assemble. You do not have the right to do that if you are interrupting their First Amendment rights. Like, what are you talking about? They have the right to practice their religion. Like, what?
Just because you're offended doesn't mean you're right. And just because you're offended doesn't give you the right to stomp on other Americans' rights.
Exactly. That is so...
They just
so mad.
Oh, I'm sweating. I'm gonna make a video about that as soon as we're done. Because
somebody says the pastor is the director of ICE in Minnesota. Are we sure?
That would be so awesome.
But he kept reiterating that he needs to take care of his flock. He needs to take care of his people.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we got a super chat.
Those people.
Not true. Patriot Source. Okay.
Oh. Well, those people go to church. Like, I go to church to worship. I go to church to get spiritually fed. It's like my oasis from life. I go there to be with my God. And for people to just come in and do that, oh, Lord have mercy.
If you can show that black woman talking also in the church, she's the biggest. I haven't seen that one either.
I am so out of the loop.
Did we know what that is?
I don't.
This is absolutely insane. Don Lemon. And the other thing is, he actually told the pastor not to push him. Did you see Don move at all? Did you see him like? Because if somebody's pushing you, wouldn't you like?
I thought he meant like, don't push me, like with his words, because he said, we just want to worship Jesus. We're just here to worship. And he said, don't push me. I didn't know if he meant that physically or with what he was saying, but either way, what are you doing, Don? And then with the next breath be like, I'm a Christian too. Well, you're not acting like one, Donnie.
That is absolutely physically, the pastor had his arm out
I
trying to keep him
see.
back. Yes, and, like, I
Oh,
feel like that's defensive. He wasn't, like, because Don's the one that was in his face.
invading his space, just like the church. They were invading their space, but the protesters are the victims. I don't get that.
Why should they have to why should he have to explain his stance to anybody?
This is what makes America great. We are all free to believe what we want. But the reason that America was founded was that we wouldn't have other beliefs forced on us.
Yes,
And it seems like that's what they want. They
they
want to
do.
force all their beliefs on us. Did you
That's what
see?
it is. So everybody's free to have their own opinions, ideas, and beliefs as long as they align with the Democratic Party.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm gonna knock my mic over.
Did you guys see the Nick Sorter get his camera stolen? No.
Did you guys what?
I have missed everything today.
His car stole his camera, was registered to an autism center.
What the crap?
The
I
autism center does it have any actual kids that go there? Or they just got employees that or owners that go around and steal cameras?
That is so random. Let's see. What I want to know is, do they honestly think this is going to bring people to their side?
I think at this point, I don't know that they want people to come to their side. I think they want to push division until everything breaks because they can't ever let Trump succeed.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think they will start, or they'll try to start a civil war so that they can try to take back control. If they can't get the war to go, they will try other ways. That's probably
Yeah,
their next plan. Just I'm gonna be praying for Trump a lot.
yeah,
I
I
would
agree.
not
He needs to be super safe.
I would not want to be in his I would not want to be in his pants right now. You know what I mean? Like, oh, that sounded disgusting. You know what I mean? In his spot, in his chair. Ah, ah, ah. You know what I mean? I'm just
Somebody
gonna
said
leave.
at the
I'm
Leering
gonna leave
Center.
it.
I love that all conservatives just call
The
it a
Leary.
luring center now.
Did you see young Jeffrey's shirt?
No, did
He
he
got
get
a
one?
yes, and it says early Leering Center. It's the funniest thing ever. I have to
I
get
need
one of
a
those.
hat. I'm a hat person.
You
I need
are.
a hat that says like Leering Center or something
I'm a hat
ridiculous.
person too, but I have a big head. I'm not gonna lie. I have a gourd. It's hard to find hats that fit.
So Leering Center student of the month. That's what the shirt said. That is absolutely amazing.
It's Tim Walz. I'm sorry.
So, you saw everything yesterday was so chaotic. I thought for sure that it was going to happen after everything has accumulated over this weekend, which it kind of makes me wonder if this is because of MLK Day. But
I didn't even think of that about
I
that.
didn't either until we were talking. But do you think with it escalating to them invading Christian spaces and trying to intimidate Christians, do we think that this may be the thing? I'm like, what are we waiting on? What are we waiting on?
I think we all feel that something's coming. Like we can feel, and clearly with what they're pulling, they're gonna cause something to happen here. We just don't
Yeah,
know exactly what. So we're
we
all kind
saw
of bracing.
well, we saw so many videos yesterday of people being injured. I don't want to get too into it because I guess
Yeah.
it's controversial. But
Yeah.
I mean, even just the man that was assaulted with the flagpole to the head. There was somebody wearing a American flag sweatshirt that was put on the ground. Or yeah, and like they made him take his sweatshirt off because an American flag is offensive, I guess.
Oh man, if I wear that onesie, like loony lefties
Just
lose
go
their
running.
mind.
You could just run through
Like
Minneapolis.
I almost said the word. I forgot where I was for a second. I almost said the R word. Never
We
mind.
like need to like distract him for ice and like run through with your American flag onesie. They're all chasing after you.
Oh
I would never go
man.
down there though. By the way, never
Oh
going
man.
down there.
If I go down there, I'm taking MagaMeg with me. I need
I wouldn't
reinforcements.
even, because I feel like no matter, that's my thing. People think it's controversial who was attacked down there. I think it would be any of us. That's my personal opinion. If I showed up and even one of them realized who I was, it would be on.
Oh, for sure. It really doesn't matter who, it's what they are that they're attacking.
Yeah,
And they hate us. Let's see.
they really do. But the church incident and everything else today, I'm wondering, what do you guys think in the comments? Do you think that it's going to get to a point? Because I did see that we had National Guard on standby, and I was reading they were from Alaska, so they specialize in cold weather. Um, they are on standby, but then also yesterday you had Tim Walz put his Minnesota National Guard on standby and then said that they were going to be wearing vests, orange vests, so you could identify that they are from Minnesota because they're not here to keep the peace. They're here to protect the
Minnesota.
protesters.
Oh, it's so funny. They're protecting the peace. Oh my goodness.
Except the cops are just non-existent and people are being assaulted in the street.
It is so scary. I'm just glad that I don't live in a blue state. I pray for people that are conservative or Republican that live in a blue state. I feel for you.
Yeah, could you imagine living there right now?
Those Alaska boys are going on tropical vacation.
They're going on a tropical vacation. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I do feel like they are trying to push it to a civil war, and blue sky, me being over, it's so toxic, don't recommend, but that's what they talk about. They want to push it to a level where we're pushed into a civil war, and I don't think they understand what that means because
Okay, because the people that are trying to start this, they don't believe in the Second Amendment. So this is going to be a really short war. All right.
yes,
Because we got pew pews. All right. What are they
we
going to
actually
do?
know how to use them.
Yes. What are they going
That's
to do?
the
Just
thing.
just point your fingers at us.
They're gonna get it taken away from them in 2.5 seconds. Well, we are almost at the hour. I'm sure as we go on, we will have longer shows, but I did want to thank everybody so, so much for coming out to see us for this first show. And I know it wasn't the smoothest thing on the planet, but I really appreciate your guys' time and all of you that did super chats and all of you that have already subscribed.
Yeah, I'm so happy that y'all showed up, and I can't wait to see how this grows. And we're gonna get better. We're gonna get
Yeah.
better. So
And I think for right now, we're going to start doing it every Sunday night at the same time. So if you guys want to come back next week, we may up it to more shows as we get more seasoning on us. And I will make sure next time I have way more videos because
yeah,
we can just pump them out. We can just pump out the videos.
I love reacting to videos, so it's what I do all day.
Video reaction is life. Insurrection Act now. Yes.
Yes.
Sorry, that is so important. I know we're like saying our goodbyes, but like
No, but it
Insurrection
is.
Act now.
Somebody said hate living in Minnesota right now. I feel for you so deeply.
I am praying for all of you.
As a
Please
streamer,
be safe. Watch where you're going. I can't even imagine if you have to go to work. Like,
no, I can't either. Sorry. Nom, thank you so much for producing. SK, thank you so much, everybody.
yes, and Patriot Dad, I think is still
Patriot
down
Dad.
there.
I don't know. I can't see. Is he? Anyway,
he
we'll
was.
get better.
We will get better. But
I had a blast though. This was fun.
I did too, and I think just rambling about politics. Oh, tomorrow night, the Patriot Source podcast is going to be on at 9:30 Eastern time. You guys need to go check them out because you already probably do. But just as a reminder, you guys should go watch and support them tomorrow night.
I hear they have some pretty good things in store for tomorrow night, so you don't
Yeah, I
want to
can't
miss
wait.
it.
Definitely
I'm going to be
cannot
watching.
wait. Yes.
Yee!
Oh,
Well,
thank you guys.
Thank you. And we
They're
will be
so
back
sweet. Yes, we will be back next week. If not, we will start doing more, but we shall see. We shall see. All right. I hope you guys all have a lovely evening.
Thank you for being here, and hold on to your butt cheeks.
Oh, look at that.